Hello students and friends. Welcome to Homeopathy Medicines. Today in this homeopathic Materia Medica lesson, I will discuss about homeopathic medicine Aurum arsenicum. Before starting this video, please subscribe to this channel for Learn Homeopathy Online Free and Homeopathy Materia Medica. We need support from you to make this channel more beautiful and more informative. Now going to discuss about Aurum arsenicum, its uses and symptoms. The symptoms of this remedy present themselves in morning, in forenoon, afternoon, evening, during the night, after midnight. The symptoms are worse in the open air, worse in cold air. He desires open air. Worse on ascending. A sleep feeling in single parts. A sensation of a band around parts. It is a most useful remedy in cancerous affections, in epithelioma, in caries of bone, worse in cold, wet weather. It is a useful remedy in many kinds of convulsions, clonic spasms with consciousness, epileptiform, hysterical, dropsy of the extremities and of cavities. The symptoms are worse during and after eating. The body emaciates, complaints come on after slight exertion and after cold drinks. Formication all over the body. The body and limbs feel heavy. Induration is a common feature, in glands, cancerous induration. Inflammation and congestion in many parts, in mucous membranes, bones, glands, periosteum, serous membranes. Marked physical irritability. Desire to lie down, but lying brings on great restlessness and many symptoms are worse lying. Worse after lying a while. Lying in warm bed ameliorates many symptoms. Motion aggravates in general. He is restless and desires to move. The mucous membranes are much affected. Numbness of many parts, in suffering parts. Orgasm of blood. There are pains of all kinds in all parts of the body, pains in bones and glands, boring, bruised, burning, cutting, pressing in internal parts, stitching, tearing. Painless paralysis. It is useful in broken down as well as in plethoric people. Strong internal pulsation. The pulse is fast, irregular, small, weak. Any exertion or hurry like running is impossible. General sensitiveness, sensitive to pain. The symptoms resemble persons much debilitated by sexual excesses and vices. The symptoms are predominantly right-sided. Symptoms come on going to sleep and during sleep. He is better in summer and worse in winter. The glands are swollen. It is one of our most useful remedies in advanced stages of syphilis, in nervous syphilis. General aggravation from touch. Trembling in all parts. Ulceration of glands with marked induration, in cancerous conditions. Symptoms appear after sleep, worse from uncovering the body, while walking. Worse walking in open air, walking fast, walking in the wind. Marked general weakness, in the morning, from mental exertion, from physical exertion, weariness. Worse in windy weather and in winter. Absent-minded. Easily angered and complaints from anger, anger with silent grief, from contradiction. He suffers from anguish. Anxiety day and night, of conscience, with fear, about salvation. Inclined to criticize and find fault with everybody. Confusion of mind in the morning. Over-conscientious. Contrary. Desires death. Delirious at night. Delusions, about animals, thinks he has done wrong, illusions of fancy. Despair, during chill, with pain, periodical, of recovery, religious. Excitable and discontented. Excitement during chill. Symptoms are worse from mental exertion. Exaltation of fancy. Fear, evening and night, in a crowd, of death, of evil, of people, when alone. Forgetful and easily frightened. He suffers from grief and lasting complaints come on after grief. Always excited and in a hurry. Hysterical disposition and conduct, disorderly methods and perverted desires. Neglects the household and children. It is a many-sided remedy. Ideas abundant, clear-minded. Imbecility, impatience, indolent, even marked aversion to work or industrious and loves activity. Insanity of fanatics, of drunkards, religious. Irresolution. Extreme irritability, alternating with cheerfulness, during chill, when spoken to. Lamenting, loquacity and laughter. Loathing of life. Malicious. Mania. Memory active, weak. Obstinate and easily offended. Mental prostration. Quarrelsome. Remorse. Reproaches himself for having done wrong. Reproaches others for imaginary injury. Insane reserve. Restlessness, night, anxious. Sadness in the evening, from suppressed menses, during perspiration. Oversensitive, to noise, to voices. Mental symptoms from sexual excesses and from secret vice. Shrieking, prolonged periods of silence. Wandering speech. Aversion to being spoken to. Suicidal disposition, during perspiration, wants to jump out of window. Indisposed to talk. The symptoms are worse when he thinks of them. Timid. One moment he is tranquil, the next he is violent. Weary of life. Weeping, during chill, in hysteria, in sleep. Vertigo during headache, while walking in open air. Hyperemia, fullness and heat of head from mental exertion. Eruptions on the scalp, crusts, pimples. The hair falls out. Heaviness in the head in the morning on rising. Hydrocephalus. Itching of the scalp. Pain in the head, morning, afternoon, evening, in cold air, in cold weather, rheumatic, from binding up the hair, on coughing, hammering, hysterical, lying, from mental exertion, from motion, nervous, periodical, pulsating, on rising from lying, after sleep, in windy weather, heat ameliorates. Pain in forehead. Pain in one side, either side or in both sides. Pain in temples, in temple and forehead. Bruised pain in head. Burning pain in head, in forehead, in vertex. Drawing pain in head. Pressing pain in head, in forehead, in occiput, in temples. Stitching pain in head. Tearing pain in head, in forehead, in occiput. Pulsation in head, in forehead, on sides of head. Uncovering head brings on complaints. Discharge of mucus and pus from eyes and the lids are stuck together in the morning with yellow pus. Granular lids. The lashes fall out. The eyes feel hot. Inflammation of eyes, catarrh, scrofulous, of the cornea, of the iris, from syphilis. Lacrimation. Unable to open the eyes. Pain in the eyes, morning, night, from light, when reading, warmth ameliorates, aching, burning, pressing, core, as from sand, stitching, tearing. Paralysis of the optic nerve. Photophobia. Protrusion. Pulsation. Pupils contracted. Redness of the eyes, of lids, staring. A sty near the inner canthus. Swollen lids. Ulceration of the cornea. Vision blurred, bright colors before the eyes, dim, foggy. Hemiopia, upper half lost, sparks, vision lost. Mastoid caries. Discharge from the ear, fetid, offensive, purulent, thick, yellow. Sensation of flapping in ears. Itching in ears. Noises in ears, buzzing, crackling, humming, ringing, roaring, rushing. Pain in ear, behind ear, inside ear, burning, stitching. Hearing acute at first, for noise, later impaired, finally lost. Caries of the bones of nose in old cases of syphilis. It is a most useful remedy in old stubborn catarrhs. The nose is red. He has frequent attacks of coryza, fluent or dry. Discharge from nose, bloody, crusts, offensive, fetid, greenish, purulent, suppressed, thick, watery, yellow. The nose is obstructed and there is itching and bleeding. It is a useful remedy in nose snore. Pain in the nose, in the bones, boring, burning, sore inside, ulcerative pain. Smell at first acute, later lost. Frequent sneezing. The nose is swollen. Ulceration in nose. epithelioma of face and lips, lupus, cracked lips, discoloration, bluish-like, earthy, pale, red spots, eruptions, nose, acne, rosacea, face and forehead, comedons, coppery eruptions, pimples, face and forehead, pustules, scurfy eruptions, suffering expression, erysipelas. The face is hot. Inflammation of the parotid gland. Pain in face, in parotid gland, in submaxillary gland, burning lips, drawing pain in face, stitching, tearing. Perspiration of face, cold. Swelling of the face, lips, parotid, submaxillary, ulcer on lip. Aphths in the mouth. The gums bleed easily. Cracked tongue. Brown tongue, red tongue, dry tongue. Heat in the tongue, mucus in the mouth. Odor from the mouth offensive, putrid. Burning tongue, soreness of gums. Speech difficult. Swollen gums, tongue. Taste, bitter, insipid, metallic, putrid, sour, sweetish, wanting. Ulcers in mouth, syphilis, on gum, tongue, vesicles in mouth. Caries, sensation of elongation and loosening of teeth. Grinding of teeth in the night. Pain in teeth, night, when masticating, on touch, tearing. Inflammation in throat. Lump in throat, mucus in throat. Pain in throat on swallowing, burning, stitching, scraping and swelling. Swallowing difficult. Appetite is ravenous. Aversion to food, to meat, desires alcoholic stimulants, bread, coffee, cold drinks, milk, distension, emptiness and bitter eructations. Nausea with headache. Hiccup. Pain in stomach, violent, burning, cutting, pressing, stitching. Extreme thirst. Vomiting bile. Atrophy of the liver. Suppurating bow in groin. Distension of abdomen. Enlarged liver. Fullness and great flatulence. Hardening of the liver. It has cured numerous liver conditions and complaints. Itching of the skin of the abdomen. Pain in abdomen, night, colic, on coughing, after eating, during menses, warmth ameliorates, in right hypochondrium, in inguinal region, cramping, cutting in right hypochondrium, soreness in abdomen, in hypogastrium. Stitching pain in hypochondria, in hypogastrium. Rumbling in abdomen. Swelling of mesenteric glands, inguinal glands. Constipation, alternating with diarrhea. Diarrhea in morning, night. Offensive flatus. Bleeding from anus. External biles. Moisture at the anus. Pain in the anus, during stool. Burning pain in anus with diarrhea, during and after stool. Soreness and stitching pains. Urging in the rectum and prolapsus anus. Stool, copious, green mucus, hard, knotty, large, offensive, thin. Retention of urine. Urging constant, ineffectual. Urination dribbling, dysuria, involuntary at night, seldom, unsatisfactory. Suppression of urine. Inflammation in urethra with burning. Urine albuminous, bloody, burning, cloudy on standing, red, copious. Offensive, scanty, mucus sediment, sand, thick, watery. Inflammation of glands penis, testes, sore pain in testes. Perspiration of genitals. Swollen testes. Ulcers on the penis, chancres. It is a very useful remedy in cancer of the uterus. The desire is increased. Eruptions on the vulva. Inflammation of ovaries and uterus. Itching of the vulva. Leukorrhea, acrid, copious, thick, white, yellow. Menses absent, copious, too frequent, scanty, suppressed. Pain in ovaries and uterus. Burning in the vulva. Prolapsus of uterus. Mucus in larynx and trachea. Hoarseness. Respiration is rapid. Asthmatic at night, difficult at night, on ascending, while lying and while walking, irregular, short. Suffocative. Cough, morning, night, in cold air, dry at night, short, spasmodic at night. Expectoration, morning, evening, bloody, mucus, offensive, purulent, tasting sweetish, tough, yellow. It is a most useful remedy in heart affections. Angina pectoris. Anxiety in chest, in the heart. Constriction of chest, of heart. Fluttering of heart. Heat in chest. Oppression of chest, from rapid motion, when lying, while walking, of the heart. Pain in chest, on coughing, on inspiration, insides of chest on inspiration, in heart, burning in chest, pressing in chest, in sternum, in heart. Stitching pains in chest on inspiring, insides, in sternum, in heart. Palpitation, at night, anxious, on least exertion, during menses, on motion, tumultuous, on walking, trembling of the heart, weak heart. Coldness in the back. Pain in the back on inspiration, in lumbar region, sacrum, spine, pressing pain in lumbar region, sore in lumbar region, stitching in lumbar region. Weakness in lumbar region. Chilblains on the feet and toes. Cold hands, icy cold, legs, feet, during headache. Blueness of nails. Heaviness of upper limbs, of feet. Itching of limbs, palms, lower limbs, feet. Numbness of limbs, during rest, upper limbs, lower limbs. Pain in limbs, at night, during chill, in joints. Gouty, rheumatic, wandering, in upper limbs, shoulders, rheumatic, forearm, knees, heel, aching in legs, burning in toes. Drawing pains in limbs, upper arm, knees, feet. Gnawing pain in legs. Stitching pain in limbs, in shoulders, in wrist, knee, foot. Tearing pain in limbs, joints, upper limbs, upper arms, elbow, wrist, fingers, thigh, soles. Painless paralysis of limbs. Sensation of paralysis in fingers. Restlessness of limbs, of lower limbs. Stiffness of the joints, of lower limbs, of knee. Swelling of the joints, dropsical swelling of limbs, forearm, and hand, lower limbs, legs and feet. Ulceration of nails. Weakness of joints, of upper limbs, lower limbs, knees. Deep or comatose sleep. Dreams amorous, anxious, of dead people, of death, frightful, vivid, restless sleep, sleepiness in afternoon. Sleeplessness before midnight, after midnight, after waking. Unrefreshed after sleep. Waking too early, waking frequently. Coldness in evening. At night in bed. Chilliness when undressing. Shaking chill. Fever at night. Burning hot in blood vessels, intense heat, aversion to uncovering. Perspiration in morning, in night, profuse, aversion to uncovering. Burning skin. At times marked coldness of skin. Discoloration, blue, liver spots, spots yellow. Eruptions, blisters, boils, burning eczema, herpes, painful, pimples, psoriasis, red, scabby, scaly, bran-like, smarting, syphilitic, urticaria, vesicular, erysipelas. Formication, itching, sensitive, sore feeling in skin. Dropsical swelling of skin. Tension in skin. Ulcers, bluish, burning, cancerous, deep, discharging. Green, Icarus, offensive, yellow pus, fistulous, foul, indurated, painful, sensitive, suppurating, syphilitic. Warts that are syphilitic. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more videos like Aurum arsenicum, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. To learn homeopathy course online free with Homeopathy Materia Medica. Comment us your feedback and what you want in the next video. Like and share this video with your friends and family. For paid and free consultancy online, visit homeopathymedicines.com and maishclinic.com. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay healthy, stay happy.